And just before we go, here's a recap of some of the top trending stories from the courtrooms.
We begin with the news that the National Judicial Council on Thursday recommended Justices Ademola and Tokode, both of the Federal High Court, for compulsory retirement over acts of misconduct. A statement by the NJC's Director of Information, Mr. Soji Oye, said that the Council, at its 84th sitting in Abuja, recommended their compulsory retirement to President Muhammadu Buhari. Mr. Oye also explained that the NJC sanctioned Justice Ademola after considering the allegations contained in the petition against him and sent by 8 persons under the name of Committee of Anambra State PDP House of Representatives Members-Elect. The NJC also asked the public to disregard the news of Justice Ademola's voluntary retirement, as it described it as an afterthought. Justice Tokode of the Federal High Court Benin was said to have fraudulently passed off 5 judgments as his own as a prerequisite for his application for appointment as a judge in 2015. He was therefore ordered to refund the salaries and allowances he earned since his purported appointment to the position of a judge. In the same vein, the council warned 4 other judges and placed them on the watch list, even as it dismissed the petitions against some others for lack of merit. In the courtrooms, the police have amended the murder charges instituted against Mariam Sanda, who allegedly stabbed her husband, Bilyaminu Bello, to death. In the amended charges, filed before the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, the police included the mother of the defendant, a former executive director of ASO Savings and Loans, Hajia Maimuna Aliu, and 2 others to the list of defendants. The prosecuting counsel then told the trial judge, Justice Yusuf Halilu, that the new defendants were yet to be served with the amended charges. The judge subsequently fixed December the 14th for the arraignment of all the defendants. The court also refused to grant the bail application of Mrs. Sanda. Mariam Sanda was arraigned on November 24th for the murder of her husband, a charge to which she has pleaded not guilty. Still staying in Abuja, a federal high court has set aside its order made on 30th of May, freezing 16 accounts belonging to the wife of former President Goodluck Jonathan. Justice Binta Nyako withdrew the order on the grounds that the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission had failed to conduct its investigation into the alleged infractions involving the 16 accounts. The court had ordered the EFCC to conduct its investigation within 90 days of freezing the accounts in May and prosecute parties involved in the allegations. Through her lawyers, Mrs. Jonathan described the EFCC's freezing order as an abuse of court process and urged the court to set it aside. And in Lagos, a federal high court has ordered the temporary forfeiture of 2 penthouses valued at $4.7 million linked to the former Minister of Petroleum Resources, Diezani Alison Madueke. Justice Mojisola Olatoregun ordered the 2 properties, a penthouse in Bella Vista Estate, Banana Island, Ikoyi, and another penthouse in Admiralty Estate, Ikoyi, to be forfeited to the federal government pending the conclusion of the EFCC's investigation into the ownership of the properties, which it reasonably believes were procured with proceeds of crime. The judge granted the order after listening to an ex parte application brought by the EFCC counsel, Anselm Ozioko. Justice Olatoregun, however, refused to grant the EFCC's request for an order authorizing the anti-graft agency to appoint a competent person or firm to manage the 2 properties. And we round off with the report that a federal high court sitting in Lagos has admitted as evidence a statement of accounts belonging to former aviation minister Femi FaniKayode. The EFCC had tendered the statement, which it said was crucial to its case, through its witness, a compliance officer with Zenith Bank, Mr. Teslim Ajuwon. The admissibility of the document had been a subject of heated debate between the EFCC and counsel to Mr. FaniKayode, Mr. Norrison Quakers. However, in a ruling on the contentious issue, Justice Rilwan Aikawa held that the document had been properly certified by the EFCC. Mr. Femi FaniKayode, former Finance Minister Nenadi Usman, are standing trial alongside 2 others on a 17-count charge of alleged fraud of 4.9 billion naira. The court has also granted Nenadi Usman permission to travel to the United States for medical treatment. The trial was then adjourned to January 31st, 2018.
And that's the program for today. Please share your views with us on any of the issues we discussed on the program. If you missed any part of it, you can find it in past episodes on our YouTube channel. I'm Shola Sheyeli. Thank you for watching.